Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and welcome to our detailed breakdown of the brand new HJC Symax 3 modular helmet. Now, if we look at it, for those of you new to the Symax family, the Symax 2 was one of the most popular helmets in the Bluetooth capacity that I would consider a reasonable investment in the past at RevZilla.com. The Symax 3 improves upon it. If we look at it, so the modular means it's a flip up. So with a flip up, you're getting that versatility of being able to quickly cool off, quickly throw it up and check out a map, or even smoke if that was the direction you were headed with it. But they continue to be very popular with the touring crowd. Now the Symax 3, which is going to be a neutral to more round shape, it's falling in line with that HJC head shape. It's going to be around that $250, $260 dollar mark. That's going to be, in my opinion, a reasonable investment when you look into the helmet range. It's not entry level, and it's certainly not super premium. So it's going to be a bang for the buck and provide a great deal of functionality while not breaking the bank. Jumping in, let's talk about the improvements over the Symax 2. The first improvement, as I'm going to pull this guy down here, the first improvement is going to be a wider eyeport that now comes with a shield that's going to be pinlock ready. Nice upgrade. The next improvement, it's going to be that they have improved the ventilation scheme. So you now have bigger channels going in through these chimney vents. They're going to vent better to the head. From there, it's actually something that I'm so happy that HJC did a great job of listening to their customers. It's something that we always thought. So in the past, you have this mechanism here on the back that controls the sun visor. So I'm going to show you, it pops up, it's two position. And what I'll show you here is, I'll show you here on the front here, you can see there's my sun visor mechanism up and down. In the past, it was a very quick retracting spring-loaded system. So when you would do it and you would hit the button to put it back with your glove on, it would go really fast and it would create a jerking sensation. It was actually very loud in the helmet. So what they've done is they've retained two positions for this year, but when you depress it, it's going to slowly and smoothly slide back, so you won't get that big jar, which in my opinion is a nice feature. You know, the step down, or the baby brother from the Symax 3, is going to be the ISBT Max. One of the big upgrades with the Symax 3 is you're using a different composite shell, so it's a bit lighter. So you're getting a fiberglass and ABS shell here on the main construction, but you're still going to be polycarbonate for the chin bar. You know, moving into the ventilation a little bit, we've talked about the shield change we've talked about the new shield. In a second, we'll get into the mechanism. You're getting into venting. You're going to have chin vent. You have an open and closed double chimney vent. And remember, the way this helmet's set up is most modular helmets are really touring. So you're not going to want to really rotate forward past the 3/4 in this helmet. In the tuck, it's not going to be optimal for getting that good airflow. But really, in upright riding positions, it's going to be balanced and perform really well, as well as get the optimal amount of venting. You know, looking into the shield, the change mechanism is very easy. It's the HJC mechanism. That quickly just pops off. And that's going to be a double trigger on either side. And then to install it, you're going to line it up and snap it in. It's really that simple. So if we look at it here, and I'll put it to the open position, I do want to show really quickly here. I want to show the two positioning on the visor. Position 1 and then position 2. So again, we'll show position 1, and then position 2 goes down a few extra millimeters to give you that coverage. And if we look, continuing on with our venting scheme, you have two venturis in the back. And we all know that when you're riding and when you have a sphere moving through the air at high speed, you have an area of low pressure. What's going to happen is it's going to really suck that warm, moist air away from your scalp. So air goes in through the front, channels to your head, pulls that sweat away, and that's going to get sucked out of the back. And again, that's a nice touch. So you have two high venturis, and then we have actually two small vents here along the back as well. One of the nice things about HJC as well is they're always tied in with Chatterbox, and this is going to be Bluetooth unit from Chatterbox ready here along the side. Now let's move into the guts a little bit. Bring up my donut here and we can pull this bad boy apart. So if we open it up, you're going to see our cheek pads are easily removable. It's the silver cool lining system, which is nice because it's antimicrobial, but again, very easy to remove. You're going to slide right out. The cheek pads actually have the neck roll with them as well. Pull this guy apart, double D-ring closure. You know, some modular helmets are going to have the speed ratchet. HJC goes with the double D-ring. It's a bit more traditionalist. A lot of folks like it. Notice the contour. I will note on the fit of any modular helmet, you're looking that it's going to be a little bit more loose than a typical full-face helmet, whereas a typical full-face helmet is going to give you a much tighter squeeze on your cheeks. With this helmet, because there's that hinge built in, you have a little bit more loose of a fitment, and then you also do have some weight because it functions in the opening. We weighed this size large at 13 pounds, or I'm sorry, 13 pounds, it's a lot of helmet. Be 3 pounds, 13.5 ounces, so 3.8 pounds, and that was for a size large, kind of in line with what HJC has been telling us. So it lived up to the hype, so to speak, on what their weight rating was. Notice again, silver cool, contoured, removable. It's a 2-snap and a Velcro system. And then if you notice here, we're also going to have nice strong cutouts where you could put the speaker on any Bluetooth system. And then when it comes to the comfort liner, again, very simple to remove. Notice that it's comfort foam. You have venting along the channels, so you're going to have the ability for that air to come in through the front vents, go directly to the scalp, and then exhaust through the back that are going to line up with those Venturi vents. So again, just a nice touch. It's well thought out. Turn it inside out. You can show it. Again, it's the nice silver cool material that goes throughout. The last thing I want to show is the big ventilation scheme that has been improved. And again, I find myself, I'm a person, I don't consider myself running hot or running cold. I'm usually pretty neutral. But we do have a lot of riders that ask and they say, you know, it's got to vent really well. It's got to have improved ventilation because I sweat a lot and I ride year round. So if we look at the venting scheme here on this helmet, you're going to be able to see that there's improved ventilation. You have the 10 millimeter vent holes, and then the EPS has those cross-sectional channels that are going to funnel that cool air coming in from the outside at high speed into your head and allow it to flow. So if you have any questions about the Symax 3, how it falls within the modular helmet lineup, how it compares against the IS-BT Max, which would be the baby brother for it, shoot us a line, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. As always, you're going to find this guy at RevZilla.com/HJC. We're going to ship it for free. It's over $39. We'll exchange it if you get the wrong size, and if you just don't like it, send it back in new condition, and we'll give you 100% back to your card without a restock fee. Obviously, also, you can earn TeamZilla cash to be applied to your next order on the Symax 3. It's our way of saving you some money in the long run. 3 colors available: black, silver, and matte black. RevZilla.com/HJC. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the Symax 3, new from HJC. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.